Hi everybody, this is Deborah Levinsky with Bella Body Pilates in Phoenix, Arizona, and this is week 6 of our Diastasis Recti series. And the last 5 weeks I've really given you some basic exercises that you can follow. I have them posted on my YouTube channel as well as bellabodypilates.com. And today I wanted to spend a little time just going over, before you get pregnant, some things that you can do to avoid having this happen to you, and just some basic steps and some movements that you can do. So first off, posture. And being a Pilates instructor, that's basically one of the first things I hear from everyone that walks in the door is they want to improve posture. So one of the things that you can do, probably do it 100 times a day, is sitting. So when you sit, you want to sit up on your sit bones, and you want to avoid overarching your back. You want to keep your ribs closed and down, and you want to feel like you're zipping up your abs. So I will show you on our Cadillac here what that would look like. I'll do a front view. So when you're sitting down, I'm sitting up really towards the edge of the table, sitting up nice and tall on my sit bones. This would look like if I was slumping back or overarching. And then from the side, here I'm going to sit up here in my neutral spine posture. I'm sitting up on my sit bones, which are right at the base of my spine. A little bony base of my spine there. And then if I was slumping, which is a pretty common posture with the head forward, or overarching. So you want to have the back of the head, the middle of the back, and the tailbone lined up. So if you had a yardstick that you could put down the middle of your back, you can also line yourself up on a wall, and if you can get the back of your head, the middle of your back, and your tailbone to meet, then you would know that's what neutral spine. So that neutral pelvis. Another really great thing for really anybody of any age, whether you're male, female, you're going to get pregnant or not, are pelvic tilt exercises. And that helps to unfreeze or unlock your pelvis, your hips. So basically, what you're going to do from a standing position, I'll do it sideways, is you're going to have your pelvis tilt forward or tilt backwards. So imagining that your pelvis is like a bowl of soup. If it's neutral, you're not spilling your bowl of soup anywhere. If it's forward, you're spilling the contents, your bowl of soup out forward. And if you're backwards, you're spilling the soup out behind you. This would be like if you were tucking your tail in. And this is if you were really arching your back. Puts a lot of pressure in that low back. But if you were just practicing a pelvic tilt, you're going back and forth between these two positions and not putting a lot of force. You would do it in a gentle way. So you get a stretch in the low back, and you're also working on your lower abdominals, the transverse abdominis. You can do this laying down, and I like doing it with the legs bent and the feet flat on the ground. And it'll be the same thing. You'd start off with a breath in through the nose, and then when you exhale, I like to pull the belly button in, and at the same time I feel like I'm bringing my pubic bone up, flattening my back into the mat. And then on the inhale, I release. I let my belly button float up, and then I'm rocking my tailbone and my pubic bone down. So now I have an arch in the back. When I'm going in the opposite direction, I can't get my hands under my back. So when I'm arching up, I can get my hands under. And then when I'm imprinting or flattening, and I would do these a couple times a day. And it's always a good idea when you get up to turn onto your side and press yourself up to standing rather than come up forward, putting more pressure right in that area. We want to avoid putting more pressure in the center of your abdomen too. Okay, so proper mechanics of activities of daily living. Another thing that you can think of, we've gone through some of our exercises such as our squatting. So when you're lifting, you want to be careful that when you're lifting something from the floor, bending over, that you're not bending over like this, but that you do a flat back, a hip hinge. So I don't know if you can see from the camera, but bending your knees and flat back and lifting, so it's a deep squat down. So we've done our supported squats in an earlier video, so you would use those. Core engagement, so it's not just about holding in your belly all the time because those muscles get really tired. You need to be able to release it too. So using your glutes, training those muscles from your glutes is going to help you release that pelvic floor. So that's an area I see a lot of people are very, very weak in their glutes, which is your tush and hamstrings. So really working on all of that will help prepare you not just for pregnancy, but also to help avoid having that diastasis recti at some point. Next, I will give a big plug for Pilates. I'm obviously a huge fan of it because you get all that great resistance training, you get the full body conditioning, you get the stretching, we work on your core, we work on really proper body mechanics, posture. So you get the whole package when you come into a Pilates studio, all the things that can really help you avoid having this issue. And it helps with so many other body issues that you can have and movement is so healing. So also the American College of Gynecologists recommends that you do at least 30 minutes of cardio every day, or at least most days. So these are just standards out there that if you want to stay healthy and avoid having that diastasis recti, that you should try to follow. So I appreciate you tuning in, watching the video. The next week or so, I'm going to cover what will happen if you're pregnant and you discover that you have it. And then the last week will be after you have the baby and you have it. So what steps you can take and what kinds of exercises you should and should not be doing. So I'm Deborah Levinsky, Bella Body Pilates in Phoenix, Arizona. Appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you another time. Have a great week. Thanks. Bye-bye.